Registered President of Poultry India, Sri Harish Garwale, my co-honorees and dear poultry family members, good evening to everyone. Thank you, Poultry India Group, for honoring the historical journey of India's poultry industry, scanning over half a century of its golden age. I take this opportunity to express my solidarity with you all. It is my privilege to be a part in this evening's celebrations of our legends. My own part of this new journey, though was modest, but is memorable, indeed in myriad ways. It is coincidental that your recognition and conferring this great honor on me duly celebrates my own humble journey that began 50 years ago and 40 days ago. 50 years and 40 days ago. The year was 1965, month was October, day 15. A young Calcutta postgraduate in international relations immersed himself immediately and deeply into rural cultivation, nurtured in socio-economic developmental thinking process for the greater majority of needy people of young democracy, and then weaned off a new carved out state of Andhra Pradesh. With 5,000 rupees in his pocket, one fine morning gets off smoking train in a railway station, Nampalli, not that far from this majestic convention center and the crown jewel that we are seated in, this novotel. My journey that ultimately became a sojourn began. I had no dream, I had no strategy, no plan. There are no clues. None believed in my journey, nor in its purpose. Most cautioned and warned me of the guaranteed business suicidal mission that I was about to embark upon. I doubted myself too. Risk-reward ratio was not justified. I first challenged myself before challenging others. Once off the train, all I had was a vague idea of poultry startup with a friend and nothing more. Where it would take and what may be in store for me and for my young family were unknown. As my journey continued, my destiny took me to Bombay for a business program. That was the turning point of my life, my business, my future, and above all, the beginning of my own enlightened destiny in this business. There I ran into a man who initially did not impress me much, but one discussion with him changed the course of history for me and set a new destiny for the poultry industry itself that culminated in the foundation of Venkateswara Hatcheries. His legendary pathway, lighted by his shrewd business acumen, speaks volumes to this day of poultry and in Asia. He was an epoch of his own. The strategy plan was uniquely conceived by him. The pathway we are on today is created and designed by him. His foresight in this industry building process from the scratch to the finish of this mega industry is incomparable, unique, unstoppable, legendary in many ways. Hence, to him on this day is most befitting as well as a blessing to all of us. He is none other than the late Sri Dr. Padma Sri Banda Vasudeva Rao, or as the industry fondly all over the world calls him, Dr. B.B. Rao. Our industry gets compelled to invoke his name as the father of poultry India. At any time, we all gather as one group. The great call of this type comes to only a few people in a century. Only a few of them such a call. He not only answered it, but ran the tough race, fought the good fight, and reached the finishing line with grace and finishing. He is my mentor, my guide, my patron, our founder, my good friend and partner. He was and is and always will be mine to cherish and ours to keep and honor. For me to have been a small part of this mega process and a critical part of this sacred sojourn, breathed poultry, lived poultry, and continue to do so from different realms. We both champion the cause of the poultry industry, recognized in our country, but most effectively penetrated into the 1.3 billion lives of our people who benefit daily from the protein promoting landmines of all sorts has been one life worth to live for. Resolve was firm. The destiny was clear. Hope against hope being the lead light, and the outlook was never cloudy. Loyalty and commitment to the dream were beyond doubt. The middle years were bitter, sweet, more bitter than sweet many a time. I was tested like in a crucible of fire. Life posed every difficult challenge that most of you could never imagine, but my simple and good of ours had their origins in the sweat and blood of those who may never be remembered by generation. Once the final footing of our long efforts was firm, later years were of a great success for our nation, for our people, and for our hard-working farmers. Those that took the plunge with us in this risky business were rewarded beyond imagination in spite of the difficult hurdles they all had to face. To complete our dream as the pioneers of this poultry industry, we believed that the community of people, as well as the farmers, must be led to a common path of success that is to be shared by all. That we did it. No other business in this subcontinent can come close to our claim. The fundamental reason why any business must start and forge ahead, as it has always been proven by our testament, which is to fulfill our covenant with our own people. Hence the legend and the legendary Dr. B.V. Rao may watch over us, protect us, guide and sustain us. Like in life, so in his passing away to the other realms, he lives on. Every occasion I get to address, such as this august poultry fraternity, I become nostalgic, emotions surge, and my eyes swell with tears of pride and joy. The current poultry industry owes its 2 decades of growth and sustenance to Dr. Anuradha Desai, chairperson of Venkateswara Group, for her guidance, strategic alliances, developmental farsightedness, and her able and continued leadership. Venkateswara Group's cadre industry now. Hence, greater demands would be required of all of us to up our standards, to cohesively lead our industry to the top, and the secret is to keep it there. May I take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to Poultry India Group that has been instrumental in propagating the poultry business all over. I am very grateful to Poultry India Group and its president for honoring me this evening. In closing, may I humbly suggest to you, my poultry fraternity, to always keep the interest and welfare of the well-knit India's poultry farmers as a priority, which in turn will result in the prosperity of the entire poultry industry and thus mightily contribute in the nation-building process we already set in motion. We are the silent architects of our community corporations, so let us change all that seems to be impossible. My thanks and felicitations to each and every one of you. May peace, good health, and prosperity be ours at all times. Thanking you.